Simplify the limit as x approaches 2 of sine of 3 to the x minus 9 over 3 to the x minus 9. Now, the experienced calculus person will say, okay, well, this is basically sine of blah over blah, and I know, right, this should sort of immediately send up a flare, that the limit, I'll use something other than x, I'll say the limit of y, as y approaches 0 of sine y over y. This is sort of one of those limits you have memorized. So I know this. And if you are someone who is new to limits and you just read the notation, you'll say, okay, yes, this is true, but how does this work? Okay. But if you are a bit more experienced, what you can really do is sort of read between the lines. Limits are about behavior. It's not about a specific symbol. So what we have is the limit of sine of something over something. In my mind, that should be 1. And that will be the answer, but let's actually write it up sort of nice and neat. Okay? So we can't factor this. Okay? You can't split this into sine 3x, or 3 to the x minus sine 9 or something like that. You can't pull that out. You can't cancel this and this. That's not mathematically accurate. I know that's what it looks like is happening with the limit, but that's not what's actually going on here. So we can't pull things out, we can't factor, we can't rewrite the expression with these x's in here, but what we can do is we can do a substitution. Okay? So we introduce a new variable. I already used y, so I'm going to say let's let t be the thing inside my trig function. Now this function here is invertible. Okay? You can actually spend a little bit of time rearranging it. We'll do that really quick here. So you can get x equals log base 3 of t plus 9. Not that you particularly needed it, but yeah, there it is. So we've got x in terms of t. We've got t in terms of x. We can do that little switcheroo. The thing that's a little more important is as x gets closer and closer to 2, t is getting closer and closer to 3 to the 2. 3 to the, the value x is going to minus 9. Which means t is getting closer to 0. So we can rewrite this as a limit of t or y or a or whatever variable you're going to use, of t going to 0 of sine t over. Now, normally you'd actually have to use this rearrangement here, use the fact that it's invertible, and plug that into the bottom. But I can see, well, that's just t again. So you can see, this really is that limit that I'm supposed to have memorized and that I'm supposed to already know in disguise. Sine of variable over itself. And so this limit is indeed 1. But this is how we properly write it up. You introduce a new variable, a placeholder, something that comes in and scoops the whole function, the 3 to the x minus 9, under this big umbrella so that it fits the form of the limit that we have memorized, and then we're done. It's over. It's all finished there. Okay? So that's it. So this limit here is just 1.